it's just such an amazing place to be a vegan. In Bali, every day I start the morning with a workout. First I do some stretches, a little bit of yoga, then I normally get into Pilates and some higher intensity workouts, and then I just sit and meditate. Our villa has breakfast included, which is amazing, and while there's plenty of non-vegan options, I always just opt for fresh tropical fruit, which makes me feel amazing for the whole day. As digital nomads, one of our favourite things to do is find one of the awesome vegan cafes in Bali, go up into the rice fields, find a really picturesque location, have some amazing food, get a lot of work done, and just generally have a great work-life balance. On this particular day, George went for a coffee and a fresh coconut, and I ordered a cacao smoothie, which was all completely plant-based. You'll notice our straws are not plastic, they're actually made from papaya stems, so they're completely biodegradable and obviously great for the environment. One thing on our travels that really saved us a lot of money was actually going back to our villa at lunchtime and cooking our own food. And I'm about to show you how I made a really cheap recipe that you can do anywhere in the world. It was so cost effective and really healthy, and of course it was completely plant-based.
You know how to do the focus thing, yeah?
Yeah, you're actually being filmed now.
Great.
What are you making?
Okay, so this is a Balinese special. It's not Balinese, you can make it anywhere in the world, which is what's so great about it. What's so good is that it's one, healthy, two, very cost effective, and three, it probably takes 10 minutes, which is really good. So we bought these whole grain oats, which we go for the whole grain oats because we kind of do the whole food, plant-based thing when we can. And we actually prefer the taste of the whole grain oats better, just like we like brown rice better. It took a bit of an adjustment, but now we prefer it. Then we also went to a Bud market and we got some, I guess, spices. So we got some cinnamon and cacao, which go really well in the oatmeal. We normally get like a whole papaya or like a few papayas. We've just got a little bit left today. Mango, dragon fruit, which is so good. You can't get it in that many countries, but obviously you can just use whatever fruits and veggies you have. Passion fruit is my absolute fave, so good. But yeah, you can make this with apple, blueberries, banana, just anything you have. So I'll just show you how to make it. Put the oats in, put the fruit on top. It's gonna be easy. So I just chuck the oats in, I just make a guesstimate. I really don't like measuring things, so that's probably about right for two. And then with the soy milk, I just like to cover the oats quite well, and that normally works out really well. Obviously you can just add more.
What would you say, double the quantity or just a bit more than double?
With the milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, I don't know.
About the same again and a bit more, right? So
Same again and a bit more.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. This is the very unofficial guide. I've run out, but there's more in the fridge, luckily.
Quick.
Ah! I spilled some because I was rushing. So yeah, I just like to make sure they're properly covered, and then just like a little bit more. The whole grain ones take a little bit longer to cook, so that's probably about right. Obviously, if you don't like soy milk, you could just use your own homemade plant milk. You could use water if you wanted. It probably would be a little bit tasteless, but you can basically use anything. And what I normally do is add bananas to the oatmeal, but I've run out today, so I'll just prove that you don't need bananas in there. But the bananas add like a natural sweetness, so I might add a little bit of coconut sugar. I don't normally like to add sugar, but it does taste a little bit better with some sweetness. But if you can get it from like fruit or something natural, more the better.
This recipe is supposed to be easy. You can chop any fruit you like and put it on top. Nothing is the wrong flavour, just make it work for you, and it's something you can have every day and it will cost you barely anything.
Okay.
Oh,
Such
how
a
good is that?
Yes. We're very lucky to be eating these like every day at the moment. Just added cinnamon and cacao, and it's just gonna give it so much more flavor. We love cacao, we love having them really chocolatey, and cinnamon's really good for inflammation, and yeah, it's just really good. You can obviously mix up the flavors and do different things, but we like this combination. It works really, really well. And yeah, should be good. It's getting pretty close now. I don't like to overcook it. So.
Looks yummy.
Just like flatten it a little bit so you've got plenty of space for lots of fruit, because the more fruit the better in my opinion. And then you can just add it straight in, so I'll just add all the papaya, yeah, all this, so good. And then dragon fruit. I found a way to cut dragon fruit so you don't have to like spoon it out. You can just cut a bunch of lines in it like that, and then you do a little bit around the side like that, and then you just kind of pop them out. You can even just squeeze and they'll all just like fall out like that.
Ah, clever.
Sometimes you just need to go around a few times, but they all just come out, which is pretty cool. What do you think? Who likes it?
So good. Love the sharpness of the passion fruit.
Yay!
Nailed it.
All right.
Really good.
Your own work.
I shouldn't brag, but it is pretty good.
Blooming tasty, isn't it?
So easy too. I wanted to make this video while I'm in one of my favourite places in the world, which is in Ubud in Bali, and it's just such an amazing place to be a vegan, and it's actually one of the places that actually inspired me to become a vegan, so I just wanted to make a video while I'm here and talk about being vegan in Bali. So many people visit Bali every single year, and they visit for a number of different reasons. People want to surf, a lot of people just kind of want to relax and let their hair down, and a lot of people come to Ubud because it's such a spiritual centre, and they say that they feel really connected here, and that's definitely been the case for me. I feel very connected here, quite meditative, mindful, and I don't really know why it is. It's a very spiritual island, and in particular this area a lot of people do find very spiritual. There's a lot of rice fields, there's heaps of nature and flowers. The people of Ubud, because of their religion, which is Hindu, but it's a Balinese, specifically Balinese religion, they do offerings every single day, and it's so beautiful to see. And I think it's coupled that kind of energy coupled with the way that people are here. They're not in a huge rush to do things. They take their time and they're very mindful in the way that they interact with others, and it just feels really peaceful. And I guess that's probably why so many vegans are attracted to this area, and why there's been so many vegan cafes starting here, because the people of Bali aren't necessarily vegan, but so many of the tourists are, and a lot of people, when they're here, they try vegan food. So that's exactly what happened to me. So the first time that we visited Bali, we visited a really awesome cafe restaurant called Sage, and it's so amazing. It was the first time I'd ever eaten vegan food that was I guess a complete meal, rather than just, obviously most food is vegan, but food that was specifically vegan that I guess had replacements for meat, so things like jackfruit and beans, and it was so tasty and you didn't miss meat at all, which really surprised me because I was quite skeptical when we went there, that it was so easy and tasty to become a vegan and that it was perfectly possible and that I wouldn't miss any meat or animal products. So that was something that was really cool, and that was something that happened in Bali. So some of my favourite restaurants in Ubud are Sage, of course, which I already mentioned. We've been back and we absolutely love Sage. Sage has a sister restaurant called Bella, and it's all Italian food, pizzas with lots of vegan cheese, pastas, and it's just really good. They don't serve alcohol, but they have amazing mocktails. It's such an amazing experience. We love Bella. There's also a restaurant called Zest, which has Italian food as well, but lots of different foods. They try not to import ingredients from other places, so they try to use what they have here in Bali, so they don't use a lot of flour because they don't produce flour in Bali, for example. And their food is really out of this world. It's probably my favourite is Zest. We also love Acai Queen, which do plant-based ice cream, and they do whipped cream and vegan cookies. Where else do I like? There's so many good places. Also in Canggu, which is only an hour away, we like to go there to go surfing. We're just beginner surfers at the moment, but we really enjoy it. It's so much fun. But yeah, in Canggu they have so many different plant-based options, and we haven't really had the time to explore all of the places, but we have been to 2 really good vegan places. So one is Give. It's not for profit, so they give all of their profits to charity, which is really cool. 100% vegan, and they have such good food there. They have pancakes and burgers and all sorts of plant-based goods. And the same goes for Kind, which is their sister cafe. They have an ice creamery and they have so many different options, and it's a really popular place, Kind, which is actually in Seminyak, not Canggu, but a close drive away. What else do I like here? Oh, another place that I like in Ubud is Seeds of Life, which is all raw food, and it's really tasty and very flavour packed, and it's a completely different experience to all the other foods that I've tried. But the great thing about being in Bali is almost all places will cater for vegans, even if they're not 100% vegan. So they will happily veganise a dish, or they'll already have vegan options on the menu, and so much more than most places that you would expect. So that's why I love being here. It's so easy to be vegan, although as I will talk about in another video, I actually find it really easy to be vegan anywhere, and I've been travelling so much this year and have found that even in the hardest places, it's been really good and really easy. We love to go to the market, pick food that's grown right here in Bali that hasn't had to jump on a plane to get here. Obviously it doesn't jump on the plane, but hasn't been put on a plane. So it's really environmentally friendly, and we just love being able to buy food that's straight from a grower here in Bali, come home, cook it in this kitchen that has an amazing view of the pool and this really beautiful garden, and just experience really good food and feel amazing because we do.